Now I know what you're probably thinking. You've seen so many handstand tutorials online, but you still can't get it. Well, in this one, I'm going to teach you the secrets that I wish some people taught me when I was learning to do a handstand. Let's go.
Yo, what is up, guys? Sammy here, freestyle football athlete and current national vice champion of the USA. Today I want to teach you guys all about how to do handstands. So in my sport, we use a lot of handstand variations for different tricks, but in the beginning it was so difficult for me to get down the handstand, and I feel like there were so many tips and tricks that people just kind of didn't tell me, in all those tutorials and all that stuff. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 3 tips I wish people would have told me that would have accelerated my progression so much faster. Check this out. So the first tip I want to show you is called the cambered hand technique. Too many skateboarders in Venice Beach, man. So basically what that means is instead of putting your hands flat on the ground to the point where you don't have the ability to apply as much pressure if you're falling backwards, you actually want to curl your fingers up so that if you start to fall backwards, you have a lot more force to push against. So if I throw myself too far forward, I can really push through my fingers. So you don't want to have them just flat, you want to have them like that so that you can apply more force. The second tip, which I really wish people would have told me because I was struggling so much at the beginning with this, is this will happen to a lot of you guys. You'll be in a handstand, you'll be balancing perfectly fine, everything's going good, and after maybe 10 seconds, you'll feel like you're just falling. And no matter whether you shift backwards or you shift forwards, you'll feel like you're still falling down. And the problem that I had and that a lot of people have is they forget to really push up through their arms. Because remember, you're standing on your hands. And you don't realize it when you're standing on your feet because your legs are strong. But you actually have to, when you're standing, push so that you don't fall down. So I see a lot of people, they'll just do this. And they just get closer and closer to the ground until they just end up falling. But what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're always pushing up. And it's going to be tiring, but that's essentially how it works. So you always want to push up. Just like that. Alright guys, so the third tip I want to give you is make sure when you're in a handstand you are squeezing the muscles that you need to stay up, which is predominantly your core. And a lot of people don't realize this, but even standing on your legs is actually a full body exercise. You're not just using your legs, but you're using your core, your arms to balance. So, and humans are already great at standing on their legs, so they don't notice that. But when you're standing on your hands, it's a lot harder because humans aren't adapted to just be, standing on their hands the whole day. That's not how it works. So when you're on your hands, you need to use the extra strength from your core in order to keep yourself stable. And that's what's gonna help you keep straight instead of having that sort of wobbly form that kind of just falls over at one point. So that's what's gonna keep you strong. All right, and a little bonus tip for you guys, which I guess it's tip number 4. So I'm giving you guys a little extra than what I said I would. But basically, this one, I always see this one actually. Keep your butt over your head. So I see a lot of people wondering why they can't hold a handstand, and they're not even in a straight line. They're kind of like that. So they'll do something like this, essentially. And they'll wonder why they can't hold it, because their butt is not over their head. Like that. And it's scary, because the more your butt goes over your head, the more your natural human instincts kick in and try and stop you and shift you the other way, because humans aren't built to be upside down and have their butt swinging over. So your body gets fearful when that happens. But you just need to kind of tune that out and practice it over and over, and you'll get better and better at it. And so these tips are really going to help you guys not only to achieve just a longer handstand, but also a more functional handstand as well. Because it's all well and good being able to hold a handstand for a minute, 2 minutes, but a lot of people do that and they're just straight, they can't make any movement or else they'll tip over. So if you can use the strength from the cambered hand, the fingertips, your core, and all these other things, you can be able to adapt your handstand to more varied movements. And different sports like freestyle, where you have to swing your legs and juggle the ball, b-boying, where you have to shift into different positions and not be able to fall down. So using the strength from these tips is going to be able to help you get a handstand that is more functional, not just that you can hold longer. So you're going to be able to do more things with your handstand and build up to more exciting variations. And so for me personally, as a freestyler, while I'm upside down,
you know, I need to be able to juggle the ball, come down into a freeze,
you know, things like that. So if you don't have a functional enough handstand, you're not going to be able to adapt to these different movements. So that's why you need to incorporate these tips. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this handstand tip tutorial. I hope you can learn a lot from it and it helps you guys out, because I know that when I was learning a handstand, there were a lot of things that people just kind of assumed and they didn't outright say it, but I hope these tips can help you guys to progress faster. And make sure to like, comment what you want to see, and subscribe so that you can see my new videos, because I'm going to start posting on this channel more regularly. And let me know what you thought. If you want to see any more new videos, what kind of content, I'm here for you guys. So thank you for watching. Peace.